My name's James Wilkinson. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Now, in this video, I want to talk about why I'm never intending to pay off my mortgages. This could be something that would work for you, and how I use the leverage that I have in my properties to grow my portfolio even more. You'll find this an interesting video, so make sure you watch to the end. Make sure you quickly smash that like button over there and hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification. And good news, people. I've got some new marker pens. I know you guys have been commenting. I've actually been away in France for the week. So the videos you've seen, I was wearing the same clothes for 10 days or something in a row. So I saw very early on, they were saying, get some new markers. And they said it in the next video, I was like, I bought some. So here they are. Let's see how they work out in this. So look, what I want to talk about today is how I've actually grown my property portfolio to a multi-million pound portfolio. And I've done that with leveraging debt. Now, this has a caveat. You've got to know what you're doing to be able to do this. And I wouldn't leverage yourself to the maximum in this uncertain market where rates are going up and house prices are going down. Now, it doesn't mean that this strategy won't work going forward. In fact, I'm doing refinances at the moment, pulling out money because there are some incredible deals in the market at the moment. There are certain people that just need to sell for whatever reason. And if we can help them, then wonderful. That's going to really help everybody. So let's look at this and really work out what this means for us as investors. So I bought my first property in Dorking in Surrey, down the road here, for £45,000. And I remember at the time, look at that, people, beautiful, nice and clear there with the new marker. So I bought that for 45 grand in 1999. Now that property at the moment is valued at circa £250,000. So in 24 years, it's gone up absolutely crazy. It's doubled again, and then 50 odd grand on top of that. So it's gone up 5 times in value since I bought that property, which is absolutely crazy. So that property, when I originally bought it, I bought it on a residential mortgage. I actually lived there in a studio flat for 10 years. That's tough. If you've ever lived in a studio flat, everything is everywhere, basically. It's very hard to have storage and stuff like that. So that property, eventually, I moved it onto a buy-to-let property. I moved on somewhere else. And the property then was worth £100,000. It actually doubled quicker than the 10-year rule. It was pretty quick that it doubled. It was around 5 or 6 years later that property was worth £100,000. Now, part of that was because I bought well. The guy that I bought from needed to sell, so I got kind of below market value. So it was probably worth 55 at the time I bought it. I got it for 45. It was very hard to sell studio flats back then. People didn't really want them. They sat around on the market, so the guy took an offer. So that's now worth 100 grand at this stage, 5 or 6 years later. Then I'd paid down some of this mortgage, but I'm able to borrow 75% of the value of this property. So that means that the bank will put it on a buy-to-let mortgage and give me 75 grand. We'll clear off that mortgage there. That left me with around £40,000. So I've used that equity, and what I did was then I bought a property in Hastings for 77,500. I mean, it was. And this was a 1-bedroom flat in Hastings in Sussex. And now I have 2 assets giving me income. So the additional borrowing, the 75 grand that I've got here, that's getting paid by the tenant in that property. That tenant, so with a buy-to-let mortgage, you can only borrow money if the rent is going to be significantly more than the actual cost of the mortgage. So you have to be making profit. I also was able to then take out money, put it in this one as my deposit. And so 75% of that, I don't know, what did we borrow there? I don't know, let's just say we borrowed 50k odd. Terrible at maths. And so I've got 2 properties kicking out rent each and every single month that is allowing me to grow that portfolio. Now, if I pay down the mortgage and I'm mortgage free, which, don't get me wrong, I think that that is absolutely right for certain people. I have got loads of friends that they have no appetite for risk. They're not investors. They don't have any interest in that. And they just want the certainty. In fact, the day that they get mortgage free, that's going to be a real milestone for them. So if that's what you want to do, that's fine too. But if you want to buy a portfolio, then this is how you leverage your money. So this property is now worth 100 grand. And then around 10 years later, it was worth £200,000. Now, this is on an interest-only mortgage here. So I had 75,000 that I owed. The house, a flat, it's a flat. It was a studio flat. We converted it into a 1-bedroom. So that helped with the value going up as well. But look, we owe 75. The property's worth 200. The bank will now lend us 150 grand. Right, so they will lend me 150 grand. And that gives me the opportunity to keep 75 because I've got to pay off this mortgage here with that 150. And 75 sits in my bank account ready to invest in the next property. And that's what we've been doing, right? So that allows us to then go property and buy properties up north. We've got other properties in Dorking, and we're leveraging the asset and we're taking that money out and we're buying other assets. Now, the reason why I'm not massively worried about paying it off, because these are all on an interest-only mortgage, is the fact that the debt is being serviced by somebody else, right? So the rent is at a level where it covers and more the monthly mortgage payment. And when you have that, that's how you can grow your portfolio. Now, I also do this on the property I live in. So I have no problem releasing £100,000 from the property I live in if that £100 is being set to work, right? So if I can take 100 grand out of my own house that I live in, and then out of that, I could buy 4 buy-to-let properties up north. So if I bought 4 buy-to-lets with that, so I take 100 grand out, I buy a 100 grand property up north that's done, it's in good condition, doesn't need any building work. So I can buy 400k worth of property, right? I'd have 4 properties, they'd all rent out for 600 quid. So I'd get £2,400 in rent every single month from taking out that 100 grand. And that is leveraging my money. And that's what we want to do as property investors. We want to use the money. But what you've got to understand is in today's market, you've got to buy below market value. You've got to be able to add value to the property. That's very important because some people are paralyzed by fear at the moment, aren't they? They're saying the house prices are going to crash, and they might be right. So what you need to do is make sure that you buy a property 10, 20% below market value. But not only that, you can then add value to that property. That's the secret here. If you can add value and then you're buying 10% below value, but you can add 20% by doing a refurbishment, by adding an extension, by taking it from an EPC F up to an EPC C. There's tons of different ways that you can add value. Recently, we've taken loads of different, we've done some 1-beds where we've taken them to 2-beds. We've taken studios into 1-beds. We've taken 2-bedroom houses that are a wreck and turned those into nice livable family houses. If you can do that value add, then it doesn't matter so much what's going on in the market because you're building the equity regardless of whether house prices are going up or down. You're creating your own economy and your own equity. What's more important is that you fix a rate, that the monthly payments are sustainable. You can cope with the monthly payments if they go up a little bit more. So then you can look at things like high cash flow, like serviced accommodation, like HMOs. These sorts of strategies are very good. This is tough to do in the south of England with a vanilla buy-to-let at the moment, right? Really, really tough. So you've got to look at HMOs, you've got to look at serviced accommodation, or if you want to just do buy-to-let, you've got to look in the north of England at the moment. That's the only real place that you can do this stuff. So that's my plan, is to just keep moving and the market will adjust. So if the house prices come down and the interest rates keep going up, the price that you buy will adjust accordingly. Right now, I've got my leverage in my portfolio. I'm only mortgaged at around 40%. Now I'm actually looking to release that equity because there's now suddenly lots of good deals on the market, right? And so we've been sitting there waiting for deals. We had all the uncertainty. There are deals on the market at the moment. There are people that need to sell. So now's a good time, if you're cautious and you know what you're doing, to go out and buy good investments. Now, if you want some help on learning how to do all of that, join the Property Accelerator. I'm going to pin a comment below and you can join the Property Accelerator for £1. That gives you access to all of the programs on how to do all the different strategies. Now's the most important time to learn. You can trial it for £1, see how it goes. It's not thousands of pounds like everybody else charges. This is the best training at the best price, and I will be mentoring you on live coaching calls on that every fortnight as well. So have a look at that and see what you think. Do check out all the other content on the channel, including this video right here.